President Trump is sending a warning to Russian President Vladimir Putin: end the war against Ukraine or face economic penalties.
So this comes as President Trump announced a new deal with NATO, which would send weapons and air defense to Ukraine. Fox's Jillian Turner has more from the State Department.
We've made a deal today where we are going to be sending them weapons and they're going to be paying for them. We're not buying it, but we will manufacture it and they're going to be paying for it.
President Trump announced a deal for the U.S. to send weapons to NATO to ultimately aid Ukraine, paid for by the alliance. The president also threatened to slap Russia with punishing new tariffs if a peace deal with Ukraine isn't reached over the coming weeks.
I use trade for a lot of things, but it's great for settling wars.
The president made that announcement alongside NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte in Washington at the White House.
So if I was Vladimir Putin today, I would reconsider whether I should not take negotiations about Ukraine more seriously than I was doing at the moment.
Meanwhile, Trump's special envoy to Ukraine and Russia met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in Kyiv Monday as Russia kept up its drone attacks overnight and into the morning.
The president has been optimistic regarding diplomacy. That has been his commitment. It remains his commitment, but he's also a realist.
These new tariffs would target Russia's trading partners, the idea being to try and isolate Moscow in the global economy. At the State Department, Jillian Turner, Fox 4 News.
Wall Street saw new records set as investors shook off tariff threats to start the week. Investors are looking ahead for second quarter earnings reports and that the latest outlook on inflation could inspire interest rate cuts. The Dow is up nearly 90 points. The Nasdaq jumps about 55. The S&P 500 up less than 10 points.
More than 20 Democratic-led states sued the Trump administration today over a freeze on education grants. Congress set aside billions in funding for after-school and summer programs at Boys and Girls Clubs, the YMCA, and public schools to provide academic support, enrichment, child care. But the White House blocked the money, saying it wants to make sure the programs align with the president's priorities. The lawsuit alleges withholding the money violates the Constitution and several federal laws.